I just love it. I love sounds. So look at this, right? We just love it. I love sounds. So look at this, right? We got ENCE with the T-side start. They're going to be going outside. Now, Tizian is also here outside watching from main, and he takes the head off of Alu. Yampi trying to pressure him, but a great outside hold from Tizian. And this is what I was worried about. Tizian is on for the ace, and he's hunting for it. Go on, Tizian. Go on, my son. There it is. 5 in the round, and Big lock in the pistol. Big Tizian in the server. As he really hits the ground running there for Big. That's exciting. And yeah, man, you think about that Big Mouse Sports game where we saw it open up on Nuke, and Big looked really convincing there. Like, they really did. Especially when then you look down the lens of like how the rest of that series went for Big. And kind of head over heels, this map looked like the best one for them in a very, very big way. And I hate it. I hate casting Big, because the moment you do, you realize how much you use the B word.
Those big boys, No, I figured that one out.
Nice.
Thanks, Harry. Tizian, bit of a pistol king. We know his USP is dirty, and ENCE learned the hard way. Well, they're going to give the pistol round another go. Glock's out and about. Sees some flashed outside, sees nothing. ENCE waiting to just crunch the door, but I mean, yeah, what are you really expecting from this round? Not too much. Big making some money, keeping as many alive as they can, especially with 3 M4s. Sunny dropping main. Searson is going to hear that. Ooh, run boost. Oh.
To death.
And the bottom gets knocked out from below Yampi. Oh, he gets spotted. Spraying the door, bomb drop. Keto with the USP. Even has time for a reload. ENCE respecting the smoke.
And you kind of have to. Very unfortunate the way the bomb just dropped out the door, but it do be like that sometimes.
Oh, door shut in their face.
Well,
yeah,
could have all seen how that one was going to shake down.
Big have had enough. But now it's starting. Now the game actually begins as Tizian gives us a quick 2-0 for Big, and ENCE come in with AKs in the third.
Well, in case you're curious on why you should stay on the edge of your seat, this is ENCE versus Big. After this will be Rebirth versus Team 1. Over there on the North American side of things. But first, let me take a selfie.
ENCE grouping ramp. It's a smoke down for Xantares, but he has loads more util. How much will he get out? Molly dropped. Ooh. Ramp is taken. ENCE gonna molly hell. Do they want B? Tabson's not giving them much room. He's looking outside, but Searson has all the info that it's clear. There's a silo player. That's the only question mark right now for Big, as ENCE meander their way through the ramp room towards hell, fighting Tabson. AK's here. Yeah, he should be good for the entry, but he's looking up. Tabson knows, and he's got the drop on him. Sunny trying to trade, and the swing does work as things stop. ENCE will wait. Still got Alu up and above outside. And maybe B is the answer for ENCE. Oh, Searson doesn't see. Alu figures it out and finds him pushing outside. Now ENCE can take low with a man advantage. Only one rotate here.
Nade's gone off in this lower site. Dodo doing the due diligence, clearing all the angles, all the corners. Does appear to be safe. How safe are you with Xantares looking on?
We're going to swing open here. And all 3 from Big, trying to hold Doto in, and they will deal with him. But it is just going to be this save. Alu's waited patiently. Save, lol, not happening as he holds down the vents. Keto might get out of this one with the M4 at least, but ENCE going to put their first on the board here and now. And yeah, you know, when we were talking about the maps, I want to kind of explain why I thought it was going to be Dust, but then why Nuke actually does still make a lot of sense, right? It's obviously Doto coming in from Harvey, right? And their best map was Nuke, right? At least their most played, and also had like a really, really good track record on it. And it's one that the core events also like to play. But the other reason why I thought maybe it could have been Dust was because, like we say, yesterday, Big looked very, very good on Nuke, and the map that, if anything, they felt like they were a little bit vulnerable on, that got to that third in the first place, was their Dust 2. Before that, though, they were on a win streak. So I guess, you know, and also Dust 2 was a great map for that Harvey team. So, you know, I guess it could have gone either way. And siding with Nuke, it's so far looking like a pretty good decision. They find another opener here. That's Sergey in this round.
What a spam as well. Through the hut to take out the AWPer. Tizian's had to pick it up. And ENCE have a lot of room outside. They've moved Sunny to secret. Player in the back of the garage only has that main cross. Might even get smoked off as well. Yampi's going to jump around. Oh, they have no idea. This is great position for ENCE right now. Yampi's going to hold off in case someone aggresses off of the noise of his drop, but no one's near main, and so Big don't have that info. Could set ENCE up for a big heaven flank in this round, but they're taking lower. As we speak, 2 players dropping down below and Yampi on the lurk. Now, they still have to try and get this bomb outside, so Yampi's trying to find the outside player so Doto doesn't get picked up. Tabson could swing at any moment, and there he goes, in with a bit of damage. Dink down, Yampi chases him, and that's a good combo by ENCE. Sergey dealing with another A player, and even though he's traded, ENCE have that route towards B opened up.
A bit of a combat op attempt there from Tizian. Picked it up off of Searson. Doesn't go his way. Now, this lower bomb site just seconds away from falling. Doto drops a Molotov in the vents to cut off a rotation. And there it is. They're going to get a plan out of this.
Very methodical, clearing everything.
No one's safe.
No, not Big on the other side. But, talking of safe, well, it's a save. Big getting away with guns, moving 2 out of the round. ENCE have had some nice, slow, methodical T-sided rounds so far. I like what they're doing. Big broke. And that gives ENCE way more room to build into this T side. It's their map pick as well. You talk about Dust, Harry. At least it's coming through in the series as the finale if we go all 3.
And that's like a neat prospect, I think, for ENCE, really. As I say, right, like looking at where Doto came from and how Nuke and Dust were like 2 very, very good maps for that team. How ENCE as a core have looked good on both Nuke and Dust too. That's a pretty exciting idea for like the grand scheme of this series, especially because, you know, we touched upon this when Big played Mouse Sports. Big were on a winning streak, you know, looking pretty good over on Dust. Only a little one. But then we saw them get, not like blowing out the water by Mouse, it was still a pretty close game, but a few key players falling silent, right? In the B site, certainly looking very vulnerable there on that map.
Dantares had a really rough series as well, overall, just across every map, which is like really rare to see him fall off. Usually so consistent. So if we have him firing up today, he's 0-1, he's been saving back-to-back rounds, not really had a chance, but maybe we can get him into the forefront soon. Or throw it over to Searson. Keto takes a deagle, bit of a team player, but it's still an eco for Big.
Ooh. Fast play out through the hut. Sunny charging in with the Mac, but he's going to get deagged down. This utility has done so much damage early on. These players that tried to rush the hut are almost dead. Sergey also going to take a D shot there, dealing with Keto. Brings him down to half. This is a good-looking partial investment round from Big. Dantares at the ramp room. If there was one thing he was able to do in that series, it was hold this B ramp area. And so you want to see that again, but Yampi takes his head off. Oh dear. 3-on-3 from 5-on-3.
Is the bomb in the hut? Like, they don't seem to be playing for it, but they think Big have it. Unfortunately, it was smoked earlier, so Big don't actually have it currently. Maybe Tizian could get there in time, but the info's not there right now. He's been smoked off, and it's trying to go on a retrieval mission. Tizian not going to be able to stop him. And yeah, Big How's the bomb at their feet? Now it's ENCE back with it. But as you said, the nades at the start of the round, the damage that's been dished out in high supply by Big has put ENCE on feeble feet. 3 players on either side, all low. They take ramp to hell. They've been given a lot of room here. Do they try and fake out the B site in any regard? Drop down vent for CSGO. Tabson's already here. Yampy's going upper, but the bomb is going B. Is Yampy going to try and get a kill and then rotates back up? Oh, he certainly could. He's been spotted inside of the vent. Now, Big is certainly going to think it's A with 14 seconds on the clock. It's the only player they've seen. They will deal with him. And yeah, the bomb was doubling back. You were right, but it's still going to be a B play. The plant needs to come through immediately. And Tabson just needs 1 kill to do it all. He can't get it. Doto with the cover. For a second, it felt like ENCE were going to rotate back up, but Yampy's death at least bought them distraction, bought them time to get into the B bomb site.
Doto's very, very low. Oh, the timing for Tizian on this peak just hasn't been there. Finds out a little too late and gets brought down in the process, but there's the trade from CSGO. 3 in the round and a 3rd on the board for Big. A partial investment around the AWP, around an M4. Ends up working wonders for them. The early utility into the hut to put a stop to that fast A play. I remember that ends up being a very, very drawn-out round there towards the end in a 3-on-3. But the intentions in the beginning of it were an accelerated play into that A bomb site. Remember Sonny running in with that Mac-10? Feels like it was ages ago now. But he gets naded out of the round right away. Followed up Deeg, doing even more damage into the hut. The bomb getting dropped there, wasting a lot of time off the clock for ENCE. That was a very messy round through and through, and even though they try and regain some composure at the end, sadly, with just so much damage done on the back of that attempt at the fast A play, kind of falls apart for ENCE. But now we've got the AWP in the hands of Alu, and they take it a little more slow now. Outside smoke's going over.
Yeah, smokes are down, but you'll notice Yampy is the only player moving behind them. The rest of ENCE back in the lobby. Yampy's been getting up to a lot of tricks on this T side on his own. Alu finding an opening kill to Tizian through the door. And that might tempt ENCE into this A site. We'll see what Yampy does. ENCE aren't in a need to rush with a man advantage. And more util coming out for Big to slow things down anyway. Tabson catching Yampy in the yard. Same position as last time. Was dealt with by Yampy before. Keto above the hut getting 1, but they're out in the site. And Doto gets that entry as well. ENCE miss smoke in main. Big gap for Tabson to fight through. And he's got 1. Stalling it out again. Falling back as the bomb has been dropped. And Tabson dropping the AWP with it. Sonny in a 1-on-3. This has fallen apart for ENCE. Pace would have been great, but that Molotov from Keto slows down the hut players and filters them back outdoor after Doto gets that pick. And ENCE picked apart by Tabson in main. It's another big round. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, great work from Tabson. He so often feels like a key to victory here for Big. Antares, Org user. Not something you see all the time, but he's got it over here towards ramp. Only pistols, so hopefully a chance for Antares to pad these stats out a little bit.
Oof.
Only 1 though, and then gets P250'd out of the round. CSGO tries to rotate in to hold the ramp room, and he does have Keto here.
Oh.
Doto getting away with that kill and now retrieving the AUG as well, but he's getting wrapped by Tizian. Also has CSGO still holding on to Hell, and CSGO just holding that line, puts 5 on the board for Big. A little more costly than you would have liked though, especially considering that was a 2-on-5. An attack timeout now for ENCE as they try and figure out how they want to approach this next rifle round. Also, you can join us on the fan cams, IEM.gg/fancam. Normally it's Trace to do those shout-outs. It feels weird taking that from him. Yeah, get in here. This is the big ENCE game. This is the one that we've all been talking about. We've all been waiting for.
Yeah, elimination as well. That's always scary. Big have been dropping out a lot of tournaments early. We thought we might have finally had the chance to see Big Astralis in that upper bracket, but they fall to Mouse Sports.
As has so often happened, man. So often throughout this year.
There's still a chance, but Big have to win this match.
Would you rather get eliminated or face NIP with Mahone TV in there?
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, what one? If you had to pick.
Not eliminated, the other one. Yeah. Oh, Sisson aggressive at the ramp room. Sonny's here to trade, but he's not going to check close. He might have a lineup 2 for 1, but only the tag onto Sergey. Doto gets down with a double on the ramp side, and Keto does trade it, but he's stuck in the Molotov. He's got to swing through. He's got to commit. He was so deep, and now he's dead. Sonny with that kill. Tabson throws a nade, and they know he's here. Already the last man alive and not getting out much further. 3 for ENCE. Fast around, but really just due to Big's aggression. And ENCE just pounce off the back of it. 4 players die on the ramp side. Oh.
Savage scenes from Doto and Sonny. Doto feels like a slang term for Dota, even though they're the same amount of letters. You all right, mate? How's it going? Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm just on Doto. So leave me alone.
There we are. How has that happened, Harry? Oh, dear. No one's going to get that.
Ooh, we going up on top of the garage. CSGO ain't no mechanic, though. He ain't fixing anything. He's putting holes in ENCE and almost through the smoke. Yampy starting to pressure him, and a tag on a CSGO brings him down low. Yampy does get deep towards outside. And Doto gets down in through secret while all this is going on. Now, there's no one at B for Big just yet.
Oh, missed shot for Sears, and that cost him everything. And now with this outside control again, Tabson's fighting. Tizian's tucked, hoping they push into him, but he's going to swing and catches Yampy running out of ammo. Bomb dropped. Sergey striking from the door. Tizian doing it all with the SMG. 4-on-2, ENCE. They may have Yard and B, but they've not got the bomb down there. And Keto's keeping Alu trapped outside. Doto can't find anything because Big don't know Lower's contaminated, so they're not rotating down. Keto's dropped off the silos, and Tara's on an orb. Nice dink from Keto, but yeah, Alu's trapped. Doto needs to come in and help him right now because there is no getting out of here with Big surrounding you.
Oh. Things are heating up, and the Dotos might go extinct here, down towards Secret. There's Tabson wiping them out. 6 on the board for Big. The CT side looking good, as once again, the money is broken for ENCE. That's a little bit rough here. I think they just, I really think that ramp is the key right now. Xantares is kind of keeping up with that pretty quiet game from the other day. Like, he hasn't had the most opportunities at ramp, but certainly whenever he has been given them, really hasn't gotten away with a lot. And even thinking back to that round, you know, where you have like the double rotate just a couple ago of Keto and Tabson in towards Hell, where they get Molotov'd out and almost die to the molly. Like, the rotates have been coming through, but they've often been taking a little while, and it feels like ramp's free territory right now.
See if ENCE feel the same after this quick pause.
I hope they do. You know, me and ENCE were often on the same page.
Yeah.
Here. Ali taught me everything I know.
Really?
Everything.
Everything. How to read and write.
World history, current events, how to read, how to write. Never taught me Finnish, but like that was, you know, I don't know why he didn't teach me that one actually.
Well, you live and you learn. Sometimes you just live. Pistols out for ENCE. Just grouping in the lobby right now. Not much to do in this round. Hope Big give you more picks. We've seen slight inclinations to aggression for Big, where they've pushed up on the ramp with the AWP. They've flanked outside. Xantares, he's dropped B this round. I like that. Citizen's taken the AWP out, and there's a lot of yard to be given away, but ENCE don't really have the guns nor the means to take it. So they'll never know. 2 on the A site. Smoke coming in for the vent drop. Tizian, does he molly down the vent or in front of the door? Yeah, he goes for the latter. It does work, though. It's going to keep them out for a few more seconds. But once that fades, they can try and get down. Keto's on top of the hut to watch for it. Alu with the Deeg outside. There's the spray for Keto. Citizen dies at ramp. That's a big opening for Sunny. They could run there with a bomb, but Sergey repeaks and dies with the dies at the door rather. 4-on-2. Sunny has great control, but he's not going to get much further with Tabson on an AK. And yeah, I feel like ENCE definitely could have capitalized on killing the AWPer there. Maybe not wanting to rush it in anticipation of Xantares also being there, but he was all the way over in secret. He's now come and filled that position, and he can save the AWP as well. Doto in a 1-on-4. Can't get past the first. It's big on to another.
Just stacking rounds up. (7-3). Big clan. Showing us what they're made of. That's Berlin International Gaming to all of you.
I know big on a first name basis. I just call him Berlin, you know.
Oh, yeah, man.
Ooh, maybe a faster one for ENCE. They've got a lot of slow defaults in this game. Yampy's getting spammed down to 1. Tabson nading the yard. Just finding damage here, there, and everywhere. Not much onto Sunny, however. ENCE again grouped in the lobby. Sergey had a good spam earlier. Could get the play off the roof, but unlikely. Searson's going to drop. So double ramp setup here. Tabson's moved over. Xantares again playing that secret to outside position, getting the info yard if needed. Boost up for Tabson. Very expecting of a ramp play in this round. To do that on a full gun round as well, you more often see it on ecos with SMGs or pistols. Tabson making the call does allow Searson to rotate away with the open assist on A if ENCE want to execute, which right now, they're not. They're just waiting for a pick. Sunny looking outside, sees nothing. And ENCE aren't really being given too many opportunities. They're spamming a lot of their ammo. Sergey's going to be left to a mag and a half left. So ENCE eventually need to go somewhere. Back outside for the late smokes by the looks of things. Trying to get Sunny down towards B.
Yeah, Sunny's been out here the entire time. And now he gets peeked. And boy, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Gut crusher.
Hey, your only option really is ramp if you're ENCE. Like, you could execute A, sure, but it's stacked, so...
Yeah, ENCE seem very, very obsessed with this idea of getting into A. Now, maybe they vent drop here, but the reason why I'm not so sure is that Doto's got the bomb in hut, so this is the A commitment. They're going in with 8 seconds left. They've got to go. They get into the site. Ooh. Planting now. It's all a bit risky, and both Sergey and Yampy are at 1 HP, and they're the two that face Xantares. He's on 3 in this round. Alu, where did Tizian just die? He dies behind through Xantares. It's left to Searson, who does dig Alu out of the round, and now Doto in the 1v1. Tap on the bomb, trying to bait the peek out. Doto just hiding for the time being, and Searson making noise, swapping onto the AK, tapping that bomb again, waiting for a peek, and he reads it well. It's Searson with the clutch, putting 8 on the board for big. And now there, ENCE, it was to be fair, like that's a nice little A execute to even get back into that round, especially when you look at how many players were there for big, how little time they had. Like that really was a crunch. And even the fact that the bomb goes through hut alone is something that's a little bit scary. But they managed to just kind of beat them on the back of the aim and the aim alone. The main smoke as well, cutting off guys like Tizian.
Yeah, and there's an idea there for Sunny to make some headway outside, but not on the cards. He dies almost instantly to Xantares.
Yeah, and I do like the reposition from Xantares, right? Like getting away from ramp, switching things up a bit of a change of scenery, and that helps him spring to life in that round there.
ENCE just double naded main, only did 50 to Searson. They're going to get down the vent though with the bomb. Might be an early plant. Tabson's dealing with the lurk outside. It's just changing up every round for ENCE on who's on their own. Sunny gone as well. Nice shot for Yampy. That's an AWP. You don't want to give this guy his best weapon, but a missed flick. Xantares holds on to the ramp room. B plant as expected. Alu falls out the vent though, and that catches him off guard with 2 players on the other side. Sergey also trapped, and Keto jump spots him. It sets Tabson up for the trade, so it's all fine and dandy for Big, who find a 9th. Looking pretty good on the CT side. ENCE. No answers. But another gun round coming up.
Not so easy for ENCE now, is it?
Does not seem that way.
Hell, the first time I've seen Doto in the server, I got him to cast him, at least in the ENCE squad. He's looking sick. It's very cool.
A lot of talent in Finland.
Yeah, no, that's something that, like, Harvey made very, very clear as well, right? Like, suddenly you had to sit up and take note once again.
ENCE as well, just like killing Harvu, X7 in that team, taking the coach, taking a player, like, bye, have fun, X7.
Oh man, the feeder teams make mad money though, and that's what you got to remember.
Yeah, shout out Tricked Esports one time. Responsible for many of the great Danes we know and love today. And they want to take the secret. 2 players running behind the smokes this time. That's nice, right? The one player on his own outside has never really gotten up to too much, and so they're at least going to be able to trade in that position. Searson dropping the bomb at ramp. Sunny's tucked as a player gets close as well. Searson reads it. The smoke is down anyway. Now he knows. Will he really go through? That would be mad. 5-on-3. Searson, he's doing it. This guy's crazy, and it works. It's another player. Even with the trade, there's 2 more from the lobby, and the bomb is dropped again. Big are just collapsing on ENCE right now, and Alu can't even get past Secret either. This is just a masterclass. Big with the reads. ENCE not leaving a whole lot up to the imagination, though.
Yeah, I mean, Big just have ENCE's number, and there's really no way to refute that at this point. As we go up the numbers, it's Big. They're going to be reaching that double dig.
Tabson is just such a great caller on CT Nuke as well. We saw that in the Mousesports game where it seemed like no matter where Mousesports go, Big had the early rotations. They had the players set up for retake. They were ready for the lurkers that you shouldn't be ready for on B plant. And yeah, ENCE really can't get a lot of value out of this T side. 1 timeout left, 2 rounds left of this half. And at least ENCE can justify buying here. Alu would be left with no orb. But you want to get 2 gun rounds. Obviously a bomb plant here would set yourself up for another one. But it's not like bomb plants have been plentiful either for ENCE. Talking of Finnish CS though, Alexi B, 44 kills to close out a map win against Cloud9. Interesting. Finland number 1. Germany just that little bit better right now.
Oh, it's a little ugly from Tabson, but he gets the kill, right? And there's no one else there to trade that. That's one of the kind of reoccurring problems here for ENCE, is that so often these outside lurks are going down with no chance to trade. And now Sunny dropping the bomb in the door as well. Alu coming in late from outside is something that Big weren't ready for, but Keeper adjusts, and Tizian deals with Sergey. It's left to Doto in the 1v3. And does he do it? No. We get the reveal right away.
Yeah, no bomb plant either for ENCE. Even though, you know, last round they got a buy, what can they really buy with? It's 35 apiece. You can get AK Kevlar, Sergey and Yampe are looking to frag out, but right now the frags are not coming up too well in favor of ENCE.
Not at all. Not even remotely close.
Ooh.
Got the double fist bump in there as well. And ENCE still yet to have a player cross that double-digit line in the frag department. Here we go. Let's see what they've got. They're going to poise themselves out of the squeaky door, but they're going to get mopped a little bit. There it is. There's the mopping. Tizian promised, and Tizian delivered.
Yeah, he's been anchoring so well in this game. Santara's 7 kills, but barely needing to do anything, rotating out of ramp and assisting. He's on B just in case a player made it down vents and all the madness. Doto is next to it. He has the option for a lower drop, but he's yet to go with it. Searson's spotting outside. Doto, can he get this 1v1 on Tizian above the hut? He's dropped off from the rafters. Doto doesn't know, but he's looking inquisitively with the kill, AK upgrade, and a minute on the clock. Time to sweat things. A bomb plant could be allowed right here, right now. Searson can't stop it. Doto can get back in the hut if he wants, but now Searson coming in with a peek, and the AWP is there to play. Big 12-3 half. Brutal scenes right now, and nothing feels safe for ENCE. Are they going to be able to recover? You'll have to wait and see their second half, their CT side in just a moment. Those are the questions. You got to get your answers in quick, though, because this pistol ain't waiting around. Big running right into the lobby with that rafters smoke in front of the door. Do they want to execute A, though? Main smoke being lined up, and one for Heaven as well. This is quite the convoluted affair for Big, with lots of utility. I can't wait to see what they've got in store. Ooh, that's a hot roof molly that misses for tabseN. Might not matter, but there's 3 at the back of the A site anyway. Flash won't do a thing with them hiding out. Xantares chasing down, won't expect more. Oh, I've killed 2. There's not a third. Yes, there's a third. Sunny traded, though. Alu's come up the vent. He's got a lot of view, and they can't see him yet. He pops out to stop the bomb, but CSGO drops him, covering the planter, and Sergey is trapped up in heaven. No kit. Needs these kills as soon as he can get them before Big back up in a post plant. But they're fighting. They're giving him the chance, and Sergey taking 2, dancing on the rafters. Tizian stuck on the site, and Sergey just looking for that one engagement. Tags him down, flashed off. Tizian escapes. Oh, but he gets spotted getting back in the heart, and Sergey should have this one under wraps. 3 kills for Sergey, and the retake is wonderful, keeping ENCE in this map.
Yeah, Alu in the vents looking on like Squidward. Just watching it all unfold. He breaks the vents. He runs out there.
Nice.
And eventually, somehow, some way, Sergey's able to net 3 and a bomb defuse. So we see a 4th one for ENCE, a pistol for ENCE, and a much needed break into getting this game back under control.
Yeah, that's big fighting because they're 12-3 up and they're feeling confident, they're feeling good, but Sergey very quick with the USP and just snipes him down from heaven. If it was a different scoreline, I think that would have been a different round for Big, but the confidence gets the better of them, and now ENCE have been given a fighting chance. Big want to strip that away immediately, though, with a force buy in the second round. AKs and Galils, and fast out the door.
Oh yeah, full send. Sunny takes down 1. Jumpy with a reply as well. 2 on 3. Searson with the bomb in the lower site. Godlike plays here. Xantares trying to maintain control of the vents. Meanwhile, the rotation coming in from ENCE.
Very winnable for Big, but Sis needs his gun out. They're so close. He's walking in. Unbeknownst to him, Alu also finds Xantares, and in an instant, it's ENCE back in control. Winning the rounds they need to win to make this game interesting. I don't think Big are going to be tempted to buy again. They get 2 kills in a plant. They're going to have some money, but you often only do that when you get 3 or 4 kills in a round like this. So Big should just be ecoing, giving ENCE that respect and coming in with guns in 19.
$12-5.
What's your go-to eco strat T-side nuke trace?
Well, I've got a couple in the wheelhouse.
Yep.
Eco strat meaning, oh well, T side. Never mind. I was thinking CT side.
Yeah, T side.
T side. Now that's a pickle. Vent bomb is always a classic though. Almost ensure yourself a plant if you can get down there at least. CT side, I'm all about that. Let's go hide in lower 5 deep and hope they can plant lower. Doesn't always work out. Actually, more times than not, it doesn't work out.
Yeah. Oh, that's not fair. Smoke just bounces back. Tizian with the deagle. All the util expended for Big. They're crunching ramp. There's no one here. Sergey is watching B until it's under control, but hopefully that is communicated across. Dota kills 1A. Sergey waiting in the wings. Great position to do some damage. He's got 1. Doubling down. Sergey winning the round by the looks of things, but finally put in the ground. It's going to be a 2-on-4. M4 picked up, and Xantares can plant. Keto cutting off a rotate, but this is where Xantares should surely be dead. 1 bullet in the M4. Got to play with a D. 1 shot for each player, but none of them connect. And ENCE another retake with 3 alive. All is good and well.
Yeah, you think Sergey's going to hold that round by himself? ENCE at half the score Big now. And another purchase here for Big. Off in Searson's hands. We know what he's capable of. Now what will he do with it?
Silo Molly. Searson picks up Sunny in main to start the round, and tabseN just spamming outside with Keto. They're lining up smokes. Tizian's got a smoke kill into A as well. That's 2 A picks. You may as well commit. Big go down to B, though. I like that. They've got 1 player in lower. They're still walking these outside smokes, and no one even knows yet. Alu's in the garage. He doesn't have a line of sight, and he's being flashed off as well. Big running B. Alu now hears these footsteps, but if anyone rotates, they might think B's open for a second. It's not. Tizian is waiting down lower. There's still a lurk up in the lobby as well. Sisson with the AWP, cancelling out any aggression from ENCE. And honestly, this is a round where if I'm ENCE, I just save. 3 on 5, no kills get offered up. Alu's already out of there. He's already in spawn. So, yeah, it's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's all ENCE have been prescribed. 3 on 5. Good night.
Nah, man, maybe Alu has like a really gnarly retake wall bang.
Yes.
Into B from CT. Never been seen before.
Would be gnarly.
What would that lineup even begin to look like? We can only imagine.
He needs to land 10 AWP headshots on this lineup. 10 damage a shot. Tizian's hunting this down. Now they are kind of just hiding, as they should be. So the Finns should be safe for now. Tizian's waited for Xantares to get here, though. They're going to go in together.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Okay. That's nice, though. Weapons maintained for ENCE. And that lets the buys keep rolling in with it. Maybe the good time's coming. Although, you know, didn't happen there and then, did it? So you never really know with these things. Since getting the rifles back out big have been looking good. And, you know, helped out by getting the bomb down as well in like those 4 spy attempts. Can you guys stop spamming the chat? Look what you're doing to the server, man.
Lagging it out.
Yeah.
Kind of ridiculous, all the...
We can only support like 20 characters of text at a time.
Yeah.
And those kappas, they're not necessary.
Ooh, Sisson with the Glock out trying to run the smokes, but
go.
they weren't down yet. He was just fighting out, and Alu finds another. This is the reverse, the old switcheroo. Big 3 on 5 now. Again, Tizian's always in lower, always in B. Ambling around, but Sergey's looking at the ramp room in the radio. They're not going to hunt him down, but they are positioned to cut him off. On this rotate, how free will he think it can be? Because Tizian is very deep with this plant. ENCE should be able to play together, though. Sergey can wait for his 2 teammates coming through the lobby. Very slow retake. ENCE walking everywhere, not wanting to give up much. And the barrel gives away Tizian. Sergey with the spot and the shot. 5 on 2 on the retake. ENCE, no way they lose this.
Tabson, he's got his work cut out for him because you bang on. The odds overwhelmingly in favor of ENCE. A lot of damage done. Tabson with the spray! And Xantares helping out as well. Oh, Alu with the retake coming in through. Oh, they've won it! But there's no time! Oh no, that was a 2v5!
I felt like I was cursing it when I said that, because I said it, I looked at the players, I was like, Tabson, Xantares, what have I done? Oh dear. A 2 on 5. Holding the B site. And yeah, ENCE, they're walking in, they're taking their sweet time, and it really does cost them. Obviously, the element of surprise is nice, but it doesn't do much when Tabson lines you up like that on the ramp. And what a round to win. All the kills for ENCE, but none of the time to defuse that bomb. Oof. Oof. This wasn't reaching the end, then that might just send it over the line.
At 14-6, not much more wiggle room here for ENCE. Dodo on the auto shotgun, AWP on Alu. And outside, fully compromised at this point. Sunny is close by. They're gonna have Dodo and Mini. Let's be able to pivot, but no one's gonna give them a fight. ENCE turtling up.
Oh, they don't need this boost, but it might work out. There it is, Sisson finding this shot. Sergey was taking the fight, and now he's gone, giving B the open B bomb site. Giving big. Basically B at this point. Rotate on ramp, nice shot for Alu. He's got the 1 AWP in this round. He needs to do so much, and he's already starting off strong. 2 shots, a third for Alu, and the bomb is loose. ENCE in a 4 on 2. Now, this is one they really shouldn't lose. But we've seen it before. And maybe we'll see it again.
Oh, Alu goes for the ace. Tizian coming down the vents. Last alive. Last remaining chance for Big in this round.
Oh, ooh.
Takes down Jumpy. Alan 26 HP. Starts to aggress through decon. Alu gets his ace at the end of it all anyway. Alu single-handedly holding that round together with his AWP from the ramp room.
About time. Nice to see him styling. Been a bit quiet this game. Still a long road to recovery for ENCE here, right? Half the score of their opponents, at least with the money broken. Oh, it's the A flash. Straight through the hut they go. Bigger running wild. The molly's down, though. They're trapped in the hut right now. Yampi needs a reload, but he can also drop utility that could be huge. Nade dunking. Sunny doubling. And Dota should have the spray. He does. It's ENCE up to 8 and a flawless anti-eco to get them there.
Big go back for another purchase. Let's see what they've got this time around. Get mopped up on the floors of Nuke. The upper site, that is.
Yeah, that's true. There is floor on every level.
Yes. Outside smokes, and there's only be one member of Big Clan represented out here, Tapson. He's pushed up close. Did he see? Yes, he did. Sunny goes. Dodo follows. Takes him down to Tapson.
The bomb is B. Tizian's so good at wrangling his way down lower. Nice try for Sergey, but traded after one, and that ramp kill's massive, as now they can play the post plot that Tizian set them up for.
A little bit of a jump spot there for Tizian. Proves to be a fatal error.
Oh,
Not going to be the only one that falls. Searson now out of the round. Now this is where it gets a little dicey. Keto in a 1-on-2.
got to go double if he wants the bomb for him. Yeah.
Not looking good.
Oh, he could get him off the bomb 1 second. And Alu has a defuse. That's uncomfortably close. And yeah, Big needed to come through the ramp room there, really, with that pick coming through from Keto, or trade rather. That was the one place that the bomb was really good for. But 2 players coming down, ENCE and Tizian both gone. Or Tizian, rather. Some weird rounds we're seeing, but these are the kind of rounds you get when you're in the lead, when you feel like you can loosen up a little bit, go a bit wild, plant the bomb when no one else is with you at B. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. And Big now, maybe getting a little close for comfort.
It's always nice where, you know, in a team like ENCE, where the kind of mean age is like 21.8, just work that out quick. You know, you've got guys like Alu who are, what, 28 years old, still able to hang it with the cool, fresh youngsters. By the way, him and Sunny really pushed that average age up. If you look at the other three,
rub it in, yeah.
You've got 2 18
On then, Harry.
and a 19-year-old.
This is 23.5 here.
Well, Hugo, man, I don't respect your maths.
It's not my maths, but that's fine.
Quick maths.
What averaging method are they using?
I don't know, Harry. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, well, you
write the
don't ever
numbers, I
listen
just
to
read
anything
them.
where it just says average. You don't even know what they're on about. Could be median, could be mean, could be the other one.
Mode.
But, yeah, mode,
Yeah.
that's it. Searson, outside. I have to go full-on Searson mode in this one. Tabson down through hell, trying to grab ramp control. Sergey is going to check it.
Ooh.
And the aim punch sends his aim to the sky and beyond.
And now Big will need a medium to get the in-game leading for Tabson in this round.
Ah, that's good. All right, all right.
What's the other one again?
Mean.
Mean.
And that's what Searson's looking right now. Into this A site. Zantares on the AWP, going to deal with Sunny.
No, Searson, you can't have the AWP. I'm an AWPer now. Play with a scout.
No.
It makes sense, though, right? Searson's not got armor, and Searson's good with the scout as well. We know what he can do, but Zantares looking at the wrong side, going for the plant. Searson turns back. He's getting spammed. That's unfortunate, but still, it could be a round for Big if Searson can find something incredible. Scout on the B side. They tap it. Yampi hit. Searson can't finish the job, and ENCE find double digits after all.
It's taken them a little while, but they did get there. 14-10 in classic ENCE fashion, running it back up. They're going to need to answer pretty soon just to push themselves onto tie.
Yeah, Big have been trading Sergey pretty well at ramp. I'd like to see them do it, you know, harder, faster, and with more numbers. And they might just be able to get a quick B plant. Tizian's been great on these vent drops, though. And Big outside control has often been conceded. We've not really seen Alu find much, if anything, there. This time he's dropped B. So Alu switching things up could be great as Big run the smokes and head towards Secret. Tizian keeping up the pressure in A. Sunny sees nothing, but even if he peeked out, the smokes would elude him, and Keto plays a lurk behind main. Got to get past Alu, though. Easier said than done with this AWP.
Tizian eats a flashbang there. Jumpy getting inquisitive inside of the hut. It doesn't really matter, all things considered, at this point.
Still looks like attending A.
Sunny from outside. Take some shots towards the back. Lands on the Keto.
Oof.
Seemingly no response from Big from it. He's still lingering around the blue box.
Big are getting picked apart, man. They tried to commit to A. They lose to a close garage player, and they all come back to try and fight Sunny, and no one's even found him. No one's even seen him. He is just evading capture right now, and Tizian's looking for an A pick, but it's a desperate attempt. It's a desperate round. He's been spotted by the Yamp. And now Xantares coming into heaven has at least bypassed the player in garage, but that bomb is still loose. Xantares needs two. He spots them both. There's one. Flashed out, though, by Yampi's flash. Oh, dear. Xantares doubles it up. 20 seconds. Sunny still has this bomb.
Sunny needs to do it all. They try to jump across to get it, but they have to go outside. There's no dodging it, Tizzy.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he does get it, but then falling immediately after. Xantares having to leave heaven, and there's just not enough time. ENCE put 11 on the board. And also, Hugo, I solved a little maths problem there. You rat for trying to call me out, right?
Yeah, rat.
23 and a half. Do you want to know why it says that on HLTV, mate? Because that's counting when Ariel was in the team, and now he's not in the team anymore. I know it doesn't say it at the top of the screen, Hugo, but I just worked out the average ages, so...
Oh, well, Harry, congratulations. Forward your complaints to HLTV, not me, because it does list Doto.
I have to bring it up.
Hey,
You didn't have to call me out.
Kids.
I wasn't calling you out.
Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Go to your rooms.
All right, peace.
After the game.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
Damn.
Harry, you're grounded.
Can't ground him. You're grounded. Speaking of being grounded, Big have been just that. He planted all over Nuke. Ooh. Now there's a shot. Sunny. Falls on Xantares.
Tizian living in the vents, as he so often is. Bomb plant is open for ramp. Keto needs to have Searson's back. And, well, he did. And Searson was like, here's the ultimate test. I'll run out into the open, and you've got me, right? And then Keto just lets him die. Not really Keto's fault. Now this 2-on-3, 2 at ramp, but it's this late lurk from Doto. Tizian is not ready for it. He's getting wrapped in through decon. Tizian needs to check, and he's not going to till it's too late. Keto caught out in the open, and ENCE move in with a 12th.
Oh boy. What's happening?
This is one hell of a comeback from the ENCE squad. Big looking very, very loose in these last few rounds, right? And this is like one of the more obvious ones where we've had like a nice sense of direction out of it. But even then, a lot of casualties taken over towards the A side of the map before they even get into B. And they're just like getting picked apart in the mid round. They're always trying to play these rounds out in man disadvantage scenarios, even if they are getting that bomb down.
Well, Big, they've said it, and this is a testament to it. Monka S. They've allowed ENCE to get back into this game. Now the momentum purely on the ENCE side. For Big, they've only grabbed themselves 2 rounds in this half. That's rough, especially from a 12-3 first half. It's just sitting on 14-12.
Just kind of unreal. Like it didn't really feel that feasible, and now here they are, right? Just 2 behind Big. And the question's going to eventually become, right? Like, was this all in vain, or do ENCE end up sneaking this one over the finish line. Oh, Sonny.
Good one.
What a guy. Opens up the round with a kill on a Tizian. And no trade in sight for Big. Now Searson lagging his way towards outside. Alu spotted down here in Hell, and the Flash is going to hold back this big offensive.
4 on 5, still a shot for Big.
Oh, I like that smoke. They can split into main, but I say the word split. It's all 4 outside right now. So do they really want to just run through the choke point into the waiting arms of ENCE? Seems like the play. Doto is so ready. 23 kills. He's having a hell of a game. Alu open outside now knows they could be close and backs up, but they are getting closer by the second, wrapping his left side. Up the ladder he goes. 3 on 5. Very difficult round for Big here. They could wrap Sergey, right? Like, hopefully that call's been made. Sergey's going to drop a smoke, but now needs to look towards Hell. Big gap in the smoke could draw his attention away, but he gets 1 for 1. And at an advantage like this, that's a great trade. Keeping ENCE in this round. Sonny's ready to stop the bomb plant, and this should surely be his. Searson needs a flick. Smoke on the door is good. That will buy Tabson the plant. Sonny's going to spam, and it's very close, but no kill. Tabson gets out only just as they jump through the door. They won't let him live long. Searson in a 1-on-4. We've seen Chris do it, though, from this position. Bomb is good for him, but he's looking from the wrong side and can't see anyone. Yampi in the smoke, and this is it. This is ENCE on 13. Searson can't do a thing. Even orbed out of the round, and this has been one unbelievable comeback for ENCE.
They needed every single round they've got up to this point, and now with just earshot of Big. And another tactical timeout for that Pearl International Gaming side. Well, that was scary.
It's not done yet.
We've hidden little jump scares throughout this stream for Halloween purposes.
Halloween now, over a month ago. Or not over, I guess.
You guys got some math on that one too you can work out? Jesus.
See, I've done the calculations, Harry, and this is why you're wrong.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of it, Hugo. You haven't done any calculations.
Yeah, I just read a number, man. Sometimes I believe what I read, and I guess that's
where you're going wrong, man. Think for yourself.
Think outside of the box. That's
You're a loser, Harry.
Oh, well.
He's smiling. It's all fun and games.
You're smiling. Harry's pissed off. He pissed.
Crying. Go on, Harry. Cast this round.
Well, seeing as you asked so nicely, Hugo. Big have gone in with this like partial investment. You know, this is not a nice spot to be in. You can feel the momentum has picked up massively for ENCE. Like the trades haven't even been there for Big. That was something that they were doing so well early on. And so finally, we're just going to see 5 big players grouped up, trying to move in together. And I like this. It feels like these lurks have often just led to players falling out of the round without having any impact. So they take a bit more of a reserved approach here. Alu waiting with the AWP outside, just deletes Tabson. No chance at a trade. Smoke's going down. Big gonna try and move in behind them, but Sonny is waiting in Hell, and this is a very good read from ENCE. That's a free kill there. Double up for Sonny. And even though the trade comes through, it's a 2-on-4. Make that 1v4. Doto with the push out through main.
Rough waters. 14 all. All of you guys discounting ENCE for being finished.
Yeah, I just don't really know what's going on with Big. It doesn't seem like the usual team that we see on this map. They had a great CT side. Everything felt good. Individuals are there. It looks like it has taken ENCE some time to warm up. And hell, that's coming through at the perfect time. Alu's AWP has been lights out. Searson's been pretty quiet in this second half. And even though I say that, he's top of the board. Still not enough for Big in this round, or in this map rather. 14-all. If Big close it here, that's the biggest middle finger to ENCE going into Big's map pick. So let's see where this one works out.
And just like we were saying, they are getting picked apart everywhere they go, seemingly one by one. It's kind of hard to tell if that's ENCE playing up to par or Big just fumbling a T side here. Oh, Alu outside with an op, rings out from the big garage.
Yeah, Alu just hasn't been missing, man. He's looked so good in this second half. And so outside, he's just kind of been off the cards for Big. And if ever they have tried to go there, it's often been, you know, losing 1 or 2 players in the process with nothing to respond with. Alu keeping this very kind of aggressive hold all across the map in play. He's already ready to rotate down to B if he's needed, and he might not even be needed. Searson will at least get the trade, but how many 2-on-4s have we seen now for Big? This is every time they get this bomb down, it's in a 2v4, trying to hold off against impossible odds. And this round is no different. tabseN trying to lock down ramp, but he's missed that timing onto Alu, who's hit him right now. These slow retakes from ENCE, it's burned them once, but for the most part, it's often kind of led success to come their way. tabseN now going to discount this ramp position as Alu is moving in. CSGO nails that opener, and Alu's making noise, so tabseN doubles back. Doto left in the 1v2, and tabseN with the ramp peak pulls it off. Finally, we have one of these huge disadvantage post plants go in favor of Big, and it's another round where you're just relying on individuals to hold true. Similar to that, you know, 2v4 from tabseN and Xantares. We get one now from tabseN and CSGO.
Yeah, Alu, I love the play on stalling it out there. Like, ENCE have been so good at peeling back when they have the advantages, and that's why we see these 2-on-4, 2-on-5 post plants, because Big can't get kills back in the round. That, though, Alu, he waits so long, and then he runs, and tabseN hears every footstep. Oh, the AWP spam. CSGO getting a tag. Sunny low. Sergej fighting from the ramp side, spamming the smoke. Doto with an advantage, dropping the bomb in the door. He never even saw his opponent, but he'll take it. Oh, bye, Sunny. Yard is conceded. That's a huge pick for tabseN to find. He now has so much room, and he's called his team to back up. You can see them turtling into the lobby now as tabseN gets loads of space outside. He's clearing secret. He's going to fight the AWP of Alu. Not an easy engagement, and he gets punished for it. 4-on-3. If he wrapped Heaven, that could have been the map. Right now, overtime is looking likely, and Sergej's trying to get us there. Again, getting one, falling off. It's the code for ENCE. It's the way of play, as now Big are stuck in another desperate 2-on-4. And this time, the B plant isn't even available. ENCE have got 2 players lower. Sergej's anchoring the site. Big go back to lobby, but good luck.
Are they ready for Doto? Pushed aggressive in through the squeaky door. Xantares has got to check it. And he will. Clears him out. Almost the follow-up, but instead, Yampi able to get out of there. And evade capture by CSGO. Alu posted up outside with this AWP. Has missed a timing shot. CSGO fast into the site. Has to get past Yampi. That smoke is holding Alu out of the round, but it doesn't matter. Yampi is there to send us to overtime. This first map in the big ENCE Elim series. Looking to go the distance and then some, as OT's right round the corner. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Shadows, I've come to make a name, ready for battle, cause I got a thing to claim. Think that I'll crumble, I'll show you in the slide. Where you see me coming, better run for cover, cause I'm not soaring down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger, so meet the monster. still be on my feet, forget all of my fears, cause I know my destiny. I feel a champion waking inside of me.
I hope you were all ready for overtime, because that's exactly what ENCE have given you. On the back of a miraculous showing there in the second half. Get yourself a few strawberries. And you know what? Share with your friends. Because that's what sharing is. It's caring. Welcome back, everybody, to the Intel Extreme Masters Beijing 2020 Online. First map of the day, first map of the series. And the first overtime at that.
I was ready, man. I was so ready to do the sound effects. I always am. This was 14-6 in favor of Big. Nade outside, gonna find a nice bit of damage spread across the board. Alu still waiting to see if anyone gets boosted up and over. That's not the case. They cross everyone into secret, all with the exception of Tizian. He's lurking back in lobby. Now, Tizian's going back outside. I imagine to try and deny rotates, right, when it comes down to this retake. Because if he is trying to get across, it kind of begs the question, you know, was it worth having him back in the lobby, throwing in that tiny bit of utility into the A site to keep a fake up? So it does look like he'll just hold position here. Searson with a missed shot onto Sergey. But there's Keto to try and remedy that. They do lose Xantares in the process. Tizian wins his late lurk out outside. And now joins the rest of the team here. Big, they get a bomb down in a man advantage scenario. What is this? We haven't seen this yet.
They were saving it for overtime, Harry. It's the only logical explanation.
With Yampi gone and Alu gone, Keto on a tear. It's all onto Doto in a 1v4. And he will blindside Tabson, but surely that's where his little journey here in this clutch draws to an end. Searson on the angle, and Big pick up 16.
Just elusive rounds. Big having trouble netting them on their T side.
Imagine if they sweep now that they're finding an OT. Sometimes that reset, sometimes that kick in the butt, you know, reminds you that you're up 14-7. You're up 12-3 at the half. This should have been yours, easy peasy. But ENCE have worked hard to keep this game going. Sunny back in the garage, AWP on Alu once more. Big, slow, and methodical in the yard this time. Volleying red, Util coming into that A side. Will it be a main split quick with Tizian looking interested towards the hut? Sunny might have something to do here, something to say. They're swinging close. That's some good damage through the wall. Sunny lines him up, but Xantares knocks him down, and Doto traded after one. Surprised he even puts that up with the damage coming through the wall. Searson can't hit his shot on the ramp flank. He's going to smoke himself off and get out of there, leaving Xantares to steal the kill and go for the ace. It might be on his plate with only Alu left alive.
Oh, they throw the first man in.
Respect.
Searson just takes one for the team as Xantares does get his ace. Big onto 17, and man, they couldn't, you know, the most they were able to string together in that second half was 2. At any one time, that was what originally put them onto 14. And now, you know, we reach OT, and that's why everything's come up in favor of Big. Xantares with a huge round.
There's something to say about that, too, about the swing in momentum that's gone back in Big's favor right now in overtime. You often wonder, does it have to do with the economy in the game? Does it have to do with ENCE just running away with that second half?
even Big getting the little break coming into overtime to talk and decide how they want to play this T side. For ENCE, there's not really much they can say, right? They can go, oh, keep doing what we're doing. You know, what we're doing is working. We have good defense, we have good reactions. Yeah, keep it up, guys. Like, that's not really much of a motivating speech, whereas Big can isolate their problems in a couple of minutes and come up with solutions. It's way harder for ENCE in this position, and knowing how rough their initial T side was as well, it worries me going in if Big clean sweep this half. ENCE needs something. Alu gets a kill, but he's traded by the AWP. Tizian smoking main might get caught by Doto, who's had one hell of a game, and he just keeps it going. 2-on-4 again. ENCE in control right now, but Searson trades back. Bomb yet to be planted. Vent rotate denied. There's another one there for Searson on either side, but he's hopping and bounding between the two. Xantares cuts down Sunny, and Doto, new boy on the block, has got to do it all.
Ooh, there's the peek to Searson, trying to deal with him, trying to take this 1v1 while he's got it, and that's locked in. Now, just Xantares left to beat. Back at the site, that molly not going to force him out. He's up on the rafters. Another Molotov going in, but Xantares is just waiting patiently. Doto dumping it. Oh, with the turnaround, a lot of damage done, but ultimately not enough. Big go flawless in the first half of OT. A side that they managed to get 2 in a row on, at best, throughout the entire 15 rounds of that second half. And now they go flawless.
Yeah.
Only need 1 round on this CT side to take this map away.
For ENCE, nothing worked in that first half, right? It did also feel like they maybe weren't super warm coming into this one. And now they've had that chance to warm up, but is that really going to be able to save them in a game like this? They need to go flawless and then take on Big again on that T side. It's so hard for ENCE. Nade outside's good. Tabson's playing red. Will he get flashed out? Searson's trying to draw the attention. Deep flash coming through. Doto's ahead of it. Tabson catching him with nades. Alu can cover. Doto don't need it. He has the shot. Searson from above might get spotted, especially on those fading smokes. Sunny takes him down, and oh, it's all coming alive for ENCE in this one.
There you go. And showing they still got a little bit of fight left in the tank. Big sit on match point. Just need 1 round to close out Nuke before we head into Mirage and potentially Dust 2.
But as much as Big swept it on their T side, don't count out ENCE of that possibility. Quite the tongue twister. I can't speak right now.
The tongue twister.
That's what they call it. Nothing like getting 3 rounds all T side and then going flawless for both your 2 teams. In overtime, Alu might make it happen again, running it right back with a double kill outside. ENCE have all the room in the world. And in a regular round, if you're Big here, you save, but it's OT, so no holes barred. All the money in the world, worth giving it a go.
This game's just following like no rhyme or reason. It's just, you know, what sided is it? Any sided. As now they've got a 5-on-2. ENCE just kind of grinding to a halt, waiting to see what Big offer up. There's an engagement coming through a ramp, and Alu's like, well, there's 1 ramp.
Probably said it just like that too.
If I had to guess, if I know Alu as well as I do, as the guy who taught me everything. Look at Keto on this rotate. They are so ready for him. The door swings close, and it's almost a lineup for Keto, but almost ain't going to cut it. Bomb down, Xantares in a 1v4. And ENCE are already fanning out, looking for him.
Yeah, Sergey's been pretty damn good as well. Feisty stuff for ENCE with 2 in a row on the T side. They're looking to bring it to a double overtime. Not much in their merry way, hey, Trace?
Nope, not right now. Tabson just realizes he's messed up. It was at that moment he realized it.
Yep. See it going down live on our screens. Big, what do they got for us? Last chance before they have to run it back and do it again. Get back on that T side that they don't want to see. Warps outside. Tabson not giving the fight. Swinging with Searson behind the smoke. None of this spotted. They're boosting up in the garage. Can Tabson see anything? Yes. Oh my, he's tapping away. He's got 1. Yampi shooting out the feet from below, but Tabson doubles up. That's an incredible boost for Big. to find a two-man advantage in map point on ENCE's pick. It could all come to a close here.
Massive nade, a big nade.
Oh.
And then a big op shot from Searson. Takes Alu out of the round. 5-on-2. This would be a miracle for ENCE.
Oh, it's all on Doto, man. This is such a rough spot to be in. But he's had such a good game. What can the young gun do? Doto waiting. Tabson suspicious that he could have gotten down into secret, and Doto's just waiting to collect his one free kill. He's filled in all the stamps this time around, so he gets one for free, and there it is onto Tabson. But now they know where he is. They know where the danger lies. Doto does have the bomb, but up into Tizian he goes, and big, they get it locked in. They take this map away. They go 1-0 up in this series. And now we've got Mirage waiting right around the corner. We're going to see...
Ready, set, go.
If we're going off what we know, that was a must-win map.
Go.
If we're going off what we know, that was a must-win map for ENCE, right? And now things get real difficult. Especially big on the T side as well. Although T sides have been tenuous at best today, so let's see how they continue into the series. With everyone warmed up and feeling good, we got smokes into the B site, bomb going lower, and Xantara's waiting in the Palace to split A.
Yes, indeed.
Wow,
Tabson up through the connector.
See ya.
And into Yampi. And there is a man in through window. That's Keto, who's going to get that trade at least. But with two already back in CT, Xantares needs these. And little spin, back round. No one's checking for Doto. No one checked for this man. And Alu has pushed the issue out from CT, just chasing kills down. It's left to a 1v1. This is weird, and I don't like it. Xantares trying to return some normality, and there it is with the third. Big, they lock in the pistol somehow, some way, really on the back of just one man. That man being Xantares.
Ah, yeah. Heard of him. Pretty good.
And, you know, just to kind of stir the pot here.
Okay.
You guys ready?
It's always a good start to...
So, I just had a gander, right? And I'm thinking about, like, the most impactful player that I've seen grace big in the server in a long time. Do you have any idea who I'm talking about?
Who?
I'm thinking Searson, but only because he has one negative event pretty much for the past year, if I can see this right.
Yeah, no, I can totally get behind that.
Make it two, actually. Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, I think if anything, it's more like the most impactful change that Big have ever had is bringing Searson in. Because, like, you know, he does sometimes have events where he falls off a bit and, like, just goes a bit quiet, or even games where the games are very important and he goes a bit quiet. I think Tabson, someone that's really, really consistent, and his impact, IGL in as well, can't be understated enough. But I do think in terms of, like, the most impactful moves that Big has ever undergone, it was probably bringing in Searson. These USPs get away with, frankly, way more than they ever should have. Big still get that round, but at what cost? That's what they're left to ask themselves. Moving into round number 3, where that full buy is going to be coming through for ENCE. I do love Xantares in this team, though, right? It's someone who, you know, like, started casting around the time of, like, Space Soldiers and all that, like, really being on this come up and starting to look sick. It was always, like, Xantares was always one of these people who, in a lot of ways, almost had a storyline that would have been, like, parallel to someone like Tabson, where they get stuck, like, trying to bring up an entire region as, like, you know, one of the big hopes there. Obviously, there were great guys in with him, guys like Calix and Major. Calix obviously going on to find a little bit of success with Envy, but I'm just happy that Xantares found himself in a team that compete at the top level. Woxic being another one, obviously not from Space Soldiers, right? But was at one point in time, and then, like, had a bit of a weird history, I think, with some of the other guys from that team. But he went on to find success as well. And so it was nice having these, like, breakout Turkish stars go on to join top teams. Now this round, Keto and Xantares, just Xantares now, the man that we've just spent the whole round talking about, left in a 1v2, only armed with a Galil. And they're closing the gap, getting into the site. Doto wins the fight, so the defuse comes through for ENCE.
Yeah, man, Doto's looking really good in this game as well. Definitely a hot prospect for ENCE, but that's the thing. It's not like this team lacks firepower in any regard, right? Look at some of the names on this team. and some of the experience that ENCE have as a unit. So I hope they can show something in this map. I'm a little worried. They did get a hell of a comeback in Nuke, but not winning that one, oof. Recent results on Mirage haven't been great for ENCE either. Getting blown out of the water by OG and AGO in recent times back at the Pro League. And, well, new day, new roster, new chance for ENCE. Full buy and big on eco. Respecting things after they get a bump on in a buy round, but they don't pick it up. So saving for the 5th. Oh, Santaris goes back through the Molotov. Big with the con smoke.
And now what?
Yeah, great question. 4 Deegs at least. Big can walk up into the connector and wait on the fade. Got a player outside ramp, but ENCE no eyes on this right now. Sergey should be able to stop them crossing, but Alu could get caught.
Better check in between, taps in.
Oh.
Well, there it is. Tizian takes him down. But all the damage has been done. Searson had a nice positioning there to cut off a rotation.
Bye-bye.
But Alu instead be the last remaining member over here towards this A side. The rotation's in. Tizian tries to stick a plant. Gets the stick. Now with an M4, jumps up on top of the bomb box. Curious position.
Oh.
He's got it. Kill on the Jumpy. And that's all she wrote.
That's a hell of a round to win, right? Deagles for big. Yeah, Sisson getting picks into the window, cutting off the B rotates, makes ENCE a little bit scared in the site, and Alu gets naded out as well. That's got to hurt. What a clutch for Tizian. No armor, 30 health, and just 1v2s like that. Shocked. And yeah, not around the big were even planning on winning. They were going to buy in this one, so now they've got just that little bit extra. And the AWP is available, pushing to the top of mid. Sergey with the UMP. Dinks down Keto. Still many more players running out with the flashbangs, and Sergey can't see a thing. It's trading pretty well for ENCE, but they are taking damage and still underwhelming weaponry. Jumpy trapped at short right now. Tizian should be able to clear him out and open up B for the taking. And no kit in this round either for ENCE on what will likely be a retake. Guns dropped in middle. Maybe they can find AKs to play with.
Yeah, just maybe. This bomb's going to see some planning action over here at the B site. Tizian already up in market. Alu upgrades to an M4. Sonny's just looking around like, hey, man, I want the AK. That's just too damn bad, isn't it? Big go up to 4.
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like we were just getting like a moment in the life of James Bardolph, drone racer. Right, that's what he does. I don't know if you've seen them videos. And flying the drones around the offices.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we were just doing on the camera. That's pretty sick.
You know, Harry,
he does it, man.
I've been around you all day, and all you've been talking about is James Bardolph. So if you want,
yeah, well, you know, I like him.
We could call him.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
Or if you like him so much, why don't you just marry him, Harry?
It's a strong question.
I mean, yeah, when you pose it like that, right? Like, what can I even say?
Exactly.
Yeah, Adolf, if you're looking, I'm looking too. Big on to 4.
Okay.
Thank you, Harry, for that.
Well, yeah, man, because that was totally me who took us that.
Thank you so much, Harry. Get back to your calculator and get out of my face.
Well, Trey's toxic AF today, of course. Nade into the window.
Bye-bye.
And Yampy gets deleted from it. Smoke to follow. And that's going to cut this line of sight down. Sunny and Alu with the 2 weapons. Alu over towards B. Sunny in the window, and he drops down. They've just heard that, thanks to Keto being nearby in mid, so they know that he's left that ladder room.
Oh, if you're hitting that, that's when I DC. That's when you quit. No, thank you. Doto given a D, gonna B rotate. As Sonny leaves the site. Looking like B after all. Top con smoke. 2 guns in the right place right now. Sonny spots players deep B, but he can't get out. He has his knife out, trying to run, and they chase him down. Alu headshot by Keto on the entry, and Bigger inside of the site, likely with another round at their feet. Keto's just going on one, man. He's just chasing him down. Does give up an AK, but not the round, and Tizian won't let Sergey escape either. 5-1 for Big. Just the slow, painful mid-control. Even if ENCE know where it's going, there's not a lot they can do about it. With some great entries for Big. A quick pause for ENCE before they come into their next gun round. Will they try and take some more aggression? All we've seen in that, category is Sergey pushing top mid with a UMP, and he got triple flashed out. So, not easy to take much control on the CT side of Mirage when you are just losing the fight out in mid. Big holding patiently and then exploding with 5.
So far, so good for him. And definitely, if I had to guess, which is not necessarily definitely, but ENCE talking over that mid control problem. How they want to approach it. Maybe we'll see in this round. Searson v. Alu on the ops.
And again, a patient default out of spawn for Big. They know it's a huge rifle round for ENCE. Big could continue sweeping this T side if they lock this one in and break the money again. Everyone's holding, everyone's waiting. And finally, Alu strikes. Antares walks into the AWP. Was pushed in the palace very deep. Even ahead of the smoke as well. Baited in by ENCE's utility. And so Big group in mid instead. One towards B, trying to find Yampi. They're coming up cat fast.
Yeah, he's drawing a lot of attention over here towards the halls. Alu backs away from A. This one's going B. Undoubtedly. Jompy taking down Keto through a smoke. Is traded by Searson.
Oh.
It's just Tizian left in a 1-on-4.
Oh, well, that there is a nice kill to Sonny, but that's not really made things too much easier for old mate Tizian. He will be given the respect to grab this bomb. Timing's going to be everything, though, with Doto coming in on this flank, keeping the pressure applied. The swing from Tizian nets the kill to Alu, and a second man now takes up the reins in the market. Tizian is not aware of that, and so open to Sergey. The round gets locked in for ENCE. 2 on the board, but a damn good try from Tizian, who is giving us a great game right now. You start to believe when he deals with Alu, and he seemed aware that there was going to be a second man coming in either from short or the apartments. It was discounting that market position on the back of not getting traded in the Alu fight that comes back to punish him.
Keeps ENCE in this, only for now, only by a thread. Their money just above water. Good grenade. Taps Tizian's toes. Does respond with one just as well. And Sonny, if he jumps, he's dead. Oh, Tizian sees him back up. Sonny not going to re-peek into that one. Tizian trying to move him over with the Molotov in the site, but Yampi's close as well, looking for an engagement. So Tizian needs to be careful. Yampi can find this right now if he swings. There it is. Good shot. 5-on-4 for ENCE. Again, another round where they get the opener off of Yampi at B. And Big is still going to commit. Or not going to commit, rather. They're holding off, still on this default. Setting up smokes towards the jungle and connector. Keto needs a big entry here. That one flashbang has drawn everyone back. They throw on towards short. The A players peel into CT. They can still come through this vent room, but they don't know if they have it right now. Big of 20 seconds, and they've walked contact into the A site. Doto in spawn, going to get flashed in for a peek. Keto annihilates him, and now Big somehow back in the advantage.
Oh, nice shot from Alu to at least deal with the pesky Keto. Down towards ramp. Tabson catching.
Oh, no! Tabson!
Oh, Tabson did just sacrifice Searson. Luckily enough, Zantares, being the gentleman and scholar that he is, he's brought this back into a 1v1. Sunny charging him down, trying to get back into the site. Oh, and he's nailed it. Oh, that is a round that is going to haunt Tabson and the rest of Big for a little while. It's the third on the board for ENCE, and that whiff from Tabson really costs them everything there. Searson was holding for the short push. And, you know, Tabson's like, don't worry, mate, I've got you. You're all good, you're safe.
Yeah.
And then Searson starts getting shot, and it's like, Tabson?
The worst part about that is, as well, is like Searson's in the best post-plant position of all of them, right? Considering no one's coming in from mid, the bomb is open for him, and if it's him and Zantares surviving, Tabson's expendable on the bench. He knows he's dying. It's just how many can he take down with him? And yeah, Searson would have been perfect for the post-plant, for shutting down Sunny. But Zantares peeking it very early as well. Like, you know, you can't really get too angry about that. He's confident, but he loses the fight, and he could have played the bomb. Option was there. He's in with the B pick, and all this lower player here is all the feet rumbling and tumbling towards B. Yampy has been good at holding this one down. He's been good at getting openers, but right now he's going to get dealt everything. All the T's flooding through. Yampy annihilated again by Keto, and Alu does take one out, pushing through the market to stop the plant, denying it, and leaving Zantares with the flank. Does take down Doto, but M4 grabbed 1-on-2. How does he want to approach this?
Yeah, with the bomb down, and Sergey and Alu encircling it, really just not a whole lot of room to work with. Tons of time, and that is a bit of a saving grace here. Zantares doesn't show face. He forces ENCE to be aware of many different avenues. Gives him a chance to slip through. But as it stands, there's an AWP holding the halls where he finds himself.
Oh, he's just caught an all right time in there, but the tag through the wall.
Oh.
And the molly to follow up. Zantares waiting patiently has dealt with Alu, but the nade wipes him out. Sergey with the little right click to drop that up onto the platform, locks it in, and ENCE find 4. And now suddenly, you get a little bit worried for Big. Obviously, wasn't a tremendous amount put into that round there, but this is, you know, that pendulum of momentum that we saw come back to hurt the big boys on Nuke. Now looking to swing back in favor of the Finns once again.
Oh, here they come. Zantares, this is a great off angle for Sergey. Zantares is clearing everything else but this. He's going to walk past and won't be ready. Sergey with a shot, and ENCE another advantage. They've been really good at getting these 5-on-4s. It's often been Yampy on that B site. Ooh. Now he's over on A, getting tagged and avoids the nades. Doto trading 1-for-1 in middle. They're grouping towards B. Just hoping for the best. Oh, that aggression for Sunny as well. He was a solo B player. They're trying to run, trying to fill the gap. Searson could catch Yampy on the A side. That could even send the bomb back. Big might be tempted by that factor, but already out in the site is Keto gone with the bomb. Alu's found 2, and now Searson in the clutch.
Yeah, got a lot of work ahead of him. And he finds himself on half HP due to a molly.
Oh!
The mind games, oh my God.
He saw him. I think he saw Alu.
This is weird. Searson's
super
going
creepy.
by. Goodbye. Bye, Alu. Bye. Hello, Sergey. Oh, Alu does see him, and Sergey is in the market. This is weird as hell. And Searson tries to bait the shot out.
Oh.
Alu's spidey senses start tingling. He senses something isn't right, turns around on a dime, and puts 5 on the board for ENCE.
Funny part about this is Sisson's trying to like bait Alu out of position with a Glock drop to make noise. If he never did that, Alu wouldn't have known how deep Sisson got on the catwalk, and that might have been a very different round. At the same time, the Glock drop gives Sisson the room to get to market, but he doesn't get much further, almost clearing Sergey. That was scarily close. Scarily? Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's a real word. Yeah.
Yeah, there was two very unfortunate moments, right? The Glock drop and the not committing to the chase to Searson. He just didn't know he was in market. Tizian's gone deep. Oh, into the site now.
Oh, Sonny is so blind.
Sonny is blind as a bat, but they have discounted him entirely. And so from under the window, he's put up a double. There is a third man in this site. Keto immediately traded, and Searson once again left in the clutch. Now, hasn't had the best luck on any of these timings. Is this one going to be any better? Surely you can't be unlucky twice in a row. Oh, maybe. Tag onto Yampy, who gives up this angle, and they're just going to peek it together. This is a very rough round for Searson now, and Doto's there to round it out.
A rough round for Big, all things considered. They get out in the site with the bomb, but Sonny plays that one pretty much exactly as he has to.
Yeah, he's just shocked by how many players have made it past him.
Since Tabson whiffed that spray onto the com player, and they threw that 3v3, you know, like, post plant in which they had it dead to rights, Big haven't won a round, and that's now put ENCE in the lead.
Oh dear.
There he is, the culprit.
In the big house for him. Lock him up, throw away the key. Yeah, that's a real shame for Big, isn't it? But ENCE at least giving us something worth talking about, giving us a competitive series. Maybe not going the way they wanted on their map pick, but they're biting back against Big here on Mirage. And like, yeah, the recent results on Mirage have been pretty bad for ENCE, but it's also not one they've played since Pro League, and also, well, new roster. And historically, I think Alu, Sonny, these are players that have shined on this map. Yampy's given us a good one too. Doto dropped lower. Wanted to fight up top mid, but they're already out with the smokes. Ali supporting on the orb. Sonny swings off a flash. Molly gonna push. Oh, taps and smokes it. Okay, no. Denied. And ENCE realize they have to get out of there alive. Set towards A or Big in this round. Sisson gets smoke spammed out of Palace. Probably never got... Oh no, just wallbanged rather. It's an unfortunate way to start for Big, but so many of these rounds have been as they set up on ramp with two. Jump spotting for Sergey might get this info ahead of time. Yeah, he's seen bomb.
Doto going through the con smoke, hits the perfect timing. Will get traded by Tizian, but still, he does well to keep the advantage in favor of ENCE moving into this retake. Sonny through the connector, blindsiding Xantares. Tizian on the stairs, not looking at the place where his teammate did just get murdered from, and so that leaves Keto all alone. Sonny deals with him, and ENCE put 7 on the board. 4K from Sonny. And that's a bit of a weird one, man. These post plants of Big have been so messy. Like, very, very messy. Kind of uncharacteristic as well of what we associate with Big. I remember on these guys' rise to the top earlier in the year, that they were looking like so tactically sound, right? Like, and then you had great individuals to go on top of that. And it really does feel like throwing away that one 3v3 that they had has gotten in the heads of Big a bit. As mentioned, still haven't found anything since that point.
Yeah.
And that was all the way back in round 8.
5-1 to 7-5. I mean, that's numbers speak for themselves, Harry. You don't have to be a mathematician to figure out the Big are in hot water right now.
Yeah, timeout after timeout. Uncomfortable silence across the server on the Big side.
And maybe time up for Big. Another eco. They've been going towards B, and many of these low economy rounds have Big. ENCE often winning them out pretty easily. Rarely even getting into post plants. Big doing it again. Players towards A and middle, but the bulk in B. Sonny's pushed. He knows.
Too aware.
Any more where that came from, though. He sees a second player chasing, and Sunny gets out there with a molly on the ground to stop anyone dropping out of the apartments. Big aren't committing, though. They aren't running. Once they push him back, they go back themselves to line up smokes. Knowing that even stalling this a few seconds will keep ENCE on that A site. The bomb hasn't been seen in the apartment. Santaro's also, you know, if they execute B while Santaro's is here, like, yeah, maybe he can kill rotates, maybe. But really, if the bomb gets planted, he's screwed. The bomb's going back to mid, potentially ending A here despite this B fake for Big. Is anyone going to commit behind this util? They've drawn a third rotation, but still ENCE have two anchor players on the A side with no reason to move. tabseN with the one tap. He got spammed out by Sunny and wins that fight. Now A looking like the site in question for Big. It's all up to Sergey.
Imagine you're Sunny there. Oh, well, what can Sergey do? Oh, nothing. Deeked out of the round. This would be huge for Big. tabseN, late lurk, does let one get away. And we remember what happened last time. I was going to say, if CSGO dies again, which in a way he kind of did.
To Alu.
Keto holding it ramp, tabseN it short. The bomb's planted for him. That's a good round for Big nonetheless. And man, that is a feels bad man for Sunny. We've all been there. He's spamming someone through a wall. He's probably going to look at the end of that round like, yep, 22 in 8. And then he one-tapped me with a P250.
Yeah, that's so sad. And great play for tabseN right after getting that. He doesn't commit into B. He sees a player go cat, and he stalls out that kill for as long as he can. Yeah, okay, sure. It gets CSGO killed. He was jumping on the box. Alu sniped him off the top, but it wins the round this time for Big, as tabseN not only has a perfect post plant with a rifle on short B, but late kill on the player leaving that site as well. So ENCE never really had the info. That's a nice round for Big. I mean,
plus tabseN's kind of big-brained it there, right? He's the IGL. He can say, right, so CSGO, here's the call from the leader, from our IGL.
From me.
You are going to be the bait for me to get these kills and win the rounds. And CSGO's like, well, I don't love it.
Round's around, Harry.
And a round is a round, Hugo. There's no arguing with that logic. That's sound. And sound is sound.
Also true.
Sound is sound. Kill is kill. Eco is force.
Way of the pug. ENCE have bought in here as they're left with not a lot. Orb, M4, triple Deeg. Big can do it with Deagles. Why can't ENCE? We'll have to wait and see. Alu's up on Cat with one heavy short side setup. Hits the tag. Yampy's here on the corner close as well, but he gets flashed off. Ollie, they're trapping him in the ladder room. Alu trying to get out with a bang, trying to take them down with him, but he sits in the flames and perishes. No way to escape.
And for Alu, that's got to be so frustrating.
Especially with it being with a one orb.
And typing in the chat, I can only imagine.
Yampy's picked it up. Sunny got aggressive at ramp and traded 1-for-1 with his teammate. Then dying to tabseN. Let's give it a bomb plant to Bigger to retake his on for ENCE with no kit either. Yampy has that orb. tabseN's on the long flank. Keto needs to stay alive. If he dies, that could be a massive problem with Yampy smoking the bomb, but they're not giving him a pick back in, and so Keto just waits, and ENCE, they've got to get closer by the second. Tick-tock goes that clock. tabseN on the flank in the right place at the right time, but they're on the defuse, and he's got to hit a blind spam. They've got to get him off, and they do. Keto does it all instead. tabseN not needed, and the AWP is saved as well. Big up to 7. It may have been a 5-1. It could have been a dominant half, but 8-7 win for Big potentially here. They'll take that too.
That's looking better than it started, that's for damn sure. It's off to a good start, and we're back up to even strength. Well, no one breaks the grade on their way to window. And now these A players start to set their claws in for the last round of the half.
Yeah, we got another one of these ramp pushes for ENCE. And these have often given over pretty decent results, but a lot of it's going to come down to the timing of this B hit. If Big gets straight into B and get the bomb down, then his flank might not really play into it. Yampy has got one hell of an opportunity here. Either he is going to give us one of the best plays we've seen in a while. Oh, it's close, right? Xantares able to cancel it out, but it's still the advantage for ENCE. That is until Quito strikes. But there's the response from Sonny. Xantares trading, and it's just trade warfare in at the B site. Sergey and Doto left alive. Armed with only a Deagle and a 5-7 to propel themselves into a 2v2 retake.
Yeah, they dropped the smoke in the doorway there of the market. They've set themselves up in a nice little crossfire here, and it's going to force ENCE with these pistols and no kit to wait the smoke out or go straight to the window.
Kit on Alu's body just out of market, so there is a chance here still for ENCE, but tabseN has the cross from short. He checks back, he gets one, and tabseN closes the half with the favor of Big. 8-7 at the end of things. Things are looking good for the 2-0 as Big want to stay in the tournament, looking to knock out ENCE in what could be the last half of the series. Don't miss it, we'll be back in a mo.
Deeks out for the boys. And down through mid they run. And they really are running. Nade on tabseN could do good damage onto Yampi.
Kablooey.
And ENCE, they're all down here in middle. But they're not mobilizing anywhere particular just yet. Instead boosting. Trying to spot CSGO in the window, but he's not giving them this fight. Will give them the fight, actually. And they flash Xantares off of Cat. Doto with a great Deeg shot to open the round. Bit of damage done back in response. Tizian with a big old flank in through B. Now, this flank is a pretty awkward call for him to have to commit to, and you can see he's even hesitant about the idea, right? Because they don't really know where ENCE are, they don't really know where this is looking to end up, but they've lost CT and they've lost middle, and now they're losing players on both bomb sites. ENCE could go anywhere. And so Tizian, he's just waiting over in towards T-spawn in the T apartments.
Oh, he's flanked
so
himself.
far away from anything that's going on in this round that's relevant. And so ENCE, they've done it with the Deegs. There's no way back into this for Tizian.
Wow. That's just a very nice round for ENCE. Everyone fires off, everyone catches Big. And like, as said, right, not only does Tizian not know what's going on, but everyone's moving for Big, trying to figure it out, trying to spot info, and they're getting picked apart on rotations. Tizian turning at the wrong time. They're getting close here. Sergey with a shot, and it's ENCE up to 8 with a single death. You take those when you get them.
That was the necessary response. They're going to keep it competitive for now. But again, remember, Big are up 1 map in the series after an overtime on Nuke. This is an elimination game.
Pressure is on. But the buy is not. Big putting money in, but saving a little bit for later. ENCE fast out lower. Quito. Oh, he does do it. The Deagle spam finds Sergey and Palace. There's an AK picked up on an armored player as well. ENCE in middle. Surely Big don't win the force right back. Boosting. Doto in a nice position, but Tizian's found another. Oh no, 1 by 1. Big picking ENCE apart. Oh, they just don't stop.
No. No, they
Another
do not.
one. Oh, Tizian dies to Doto, but it's all worthwhile. Xantares with a trade. And Alu, no bomb. No chance.
And a nasty surprise waiting here in middle. He's like, well, you know, maybe I can go mid, maybe I can get one. But here's the double swing. Down goes tabseN. And the follow-up to Quito. That is a nuts little Deagle 2-piece. But with 40 seconds left, what more can Ali do? 6 HP. And Big with this bomb still under their control. Yeah, they fed the beast a bit. But Alu not going to be given any more freebies, surely. Xantares pushing up close at Cat. Tag from the Deagle.
Oh, dear.
Alu, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. And there's the trade from CSGO. Better late than never. 10 on the board for Big as they do it straight back to ENCE with Deagles of their own.
Nice round for CSGO as well. He's having a real tough time in this game. 7 kills. He gets 2 of them, though, in that round. And the opener with the Deeg as well. So, yeah, needed that, really, for Big. That's going to hurt ENCE, who didn't even get a bomb plant to justify, you know, a decent buy in this round. They might just put their money in and continue the force buy wars, but they get harder and harder as each time they go on. Frustrations for ENCE, and rightly so. This is elimination on the line. It's not just a knockdown to a lower bracket. This is the lower bracket. Won't get much lower than this.
I think you're right, Hugo. I think you are correct. Timeout comes to an end. What did ENCE discuss? Alu, with an AWP in his hand, a glass cannon at that.
Ooh, over here in mid. Sunny, good for the opener. Alu gonna go through that ramp smoke and catches Keto. The Deegs rush Searson out through Palace and he's surrounded. Surely not again. Alu on the stairs, fast with the AWP, and it's left to Tizian. Oh, Alu doing it all. Glass cannon, and he takes 9 points of damage. My word.
Yeah, it wasn't like he sat back either.
No, he went running in, man. He looked like he was wearing the... I don't even know. Like
what was he wearing, Harry?
I was gonna say, like, you know, just like the tankiest armor of all, but man, he just runs in like so determined to take every possible fight, and with good reason. Alu topping the charts in a big way, and so the force buy wars set to continue here with an AWP in the mix to really spice things up. Look at how similar the scoreboards are as well, right? Like both teams featuring kind of one standout player. And I think that something that is a bit of a problem here is that Alu looking really good with this AWP, but you can't say the same thing for Searson on the other side, right? He's really been struggling here.
Yeah, he's been more of a force to be reckoned with right now, rather quiet. Of course, after I did say that he'd been one of the most impactful, so maybe it's a caster curse after all. Good thing I'm not a caster, though.
Happens too frequently.
It's usually Harry that says it and ruins it for everyone, but
Yeah,
this
Harry.
time. Yeah, Harry.
I appreciate you. Trace.
Yeah, Harry.
And Harry.
No.
Yes.
Pistols for big. Good luck with that, bruh.
Oh.
Keto, the first victim in the round, to Sunny. Peeks underpass. Dumps a smoke in the top of connector. And then start to work on middle.
Yeah, something I think it's important to note going into this is that Big actually just conceded the force buy wars. They didn't keep them going. This is... It's meant to be an eco, but you're going to have two players that can't afford anyway. So I don't really even love this call, honestly.
Unless you're double ecoing, but then, you know.
But then you may as well have just forced in the first place.
I mean, it's going to be, yeah, well, we'll see how they decide to do it next round, right? Not much loss at all, but some losing potentially in this round as ENCE have a 5-on-3. Yeah, I was going to say 1 and round. Thank you very much. 2 words for the price of 1, though. You pay what you get for.
Well, you know, we've seen how the run's gone, but this is the swan song for Tizian over towards short. He gets bested by Doto. And
yeah, there goes Alu.
Parks and Recreation reference, which...
Parks and Rec, I think they call it.
Yeah, that is what they call it, but not what I call it. Searson dropped out by Yampi, and there is 10 on the board for ENCE, tying us up. So let's see what the decision is here for Big. Because as mentioned, they conceded the force buy wars. They were like, right, guys, let's just eco. Let's just admit that, you know, we're not going to keep this going. But I still struggle to see what the idea is here. Because like, even on the players that can buy, outsiders are, yeah, it's a double eco. So yeah, I really am not a fan of it. Like,
I mean, it just means your next buy is better.
Yeah, right. Like you get to bring a bit more utility into it. You can get AWPs as well. But you could have done all of that and still forced in the last, really. Like, especially the fact that you had players who could have bought here. And everyone just kind of dies. No one's even reacted to Yampy getting out.
You gotta have money to make money. That's what they say, Harry. So
well, no, actually, I think they say scared money don't make money, and holding on to what little you have is actually the definition of that.
It's almost like both things can be true.
Well,
hold on, guys. Get your calculators out. Nerds. Alu paints Searson a pretty one on the wall. And Tapson goes down in the round. ENCE go up to 11, 10 for big.
I agree, Harry. Anyway, just a bottom liner, I would have forced 2. What it does mean is this buy is excellent.
Oh, so you're just playing devil's advocate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always siding with the devil, aren't you, Hugo?
Yeah, I do have a bit of
devil's
devilry.
best friend, really.
Well, I am trying to put it from Big's perspective, you know, as to why they would make that decision. And that decision's been made, Harry, frankly. So you kind of got to give it the respect it deserves.
Who the hell is Frankly?
Yeah. Orbs out on Searson. Get me out is what I'm saying. Maybe Big is saying it too. And ENCE might send them to a third map if they have their way. But fast out mid, Yampy don't care. He's running the gauntlet with the Mac straight into the window room as well. Tabson. Spamming back, casting to find him. Yampy with a deagle, and he gets out. No, you gotta punish him. You gotta trade that kill. And finally, Searson does. But look at B, it's been lost in the process, lost in the source as Tizian, the solo anchor, gone. And Big might have to save.
Oh, yeah. A big save. Oh, dear. Scrappy round through and through. ENCE are going to go up to 12 in the back of it. And for Harry,
right?
I'm kidding, Harry. You little advocated devil.
Hearing your name from Trace is one of the top 10 most terrifying things.
Why? What did I do? Is it the American Psycho skits? Got you guys kind of sideways?
A skit. Yeah, that was a skit. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I've got to return some videotapes.
They say comedy is based on reality.
Are imitating life.
That's a better way of putting it. Damn, dude, you should talk for a living.
No, I don't think so.
Either. 13-10.
I have it mumbling my words.
Okay,
so.
dude, let's keep it up.
Look, man.
All right, Harry.
Team Liquid, not playing now, but we appreciate the jersey.
Got a
And I
Havu
like
jersey,
the enthusiasm as well.
Got a Havu jersey. They got a pretty cool logo too. ENCE last pause, 12-10. Up, but not out. Are Big. This is supposedly a really good map for Big coming into today, but they're having trouble right now on the CT side. And ENCE fighting for their life with their backs up against the wall, knowing elimination is just 6 rounds away. They want to at least stall that out to Dust 2. A map that they suddenly become, you could argue, favorites on, especially considering Searson is struggling right now. He needs to pick it up in this CT side with the AWP. It's a big investment, and it can't afford to be wasted. Especially with Alu streaking together kills in rounds gone by. 12-10, pauses are over, and ENCE, where do they go?
Oh, the old Millennium Falcon strat. You jump out the window, push underpass. Op there, Alu answers.
It's got to hurt for Searson, man. Only digs him deeper. I don't know about the second player, though. Xantara's bad timing, though. He's going to get backstabbed here if he's waiting for this kill onto Alu. Sunny realizes and just gets the shot. That is so unlucky. Xantara's didn't have a clean kill on the opposing AWPer, and now they're down in a 3-on-5.
That's brutal. Like, they thought they had that trade locked in at the very, very least, but now they've dug this hole even deeper.
Uh-oh. Well, Keto's pushed all the way up on A ramp. He's about to be joined by 2 Finns.
Oh.
Wow, that's huge. Now they're going to start to pressure out through Palace. Keto's coming back, and Tabson is rotating in through mid, but they know about Keto, and they're deeper than he's ready for. Alu rotating back safely. I'm not down yet. Yampy delaying it for a moment, and that's given a bit more time for Tabson and Tizian to rotate in. Tabson, I think, could actually see a bit of Yampy there, but reacting a tiny bit late. Knows at least that he's on triple. Yampy just deletes him, though, ahead of time.
Wow.
And Sergey there to put 13 on the board. Man, Trace, you call that the Millennium Falcon. They try to dive out through mid, and if that's the case, Alu sat in the window. He's old mate Disney, because he absolutely trashes the legacy of that thing. There's now...
Nice.
Oh, it's going to get up to 13. Just absolutely destroying Big right now.
Right, what if Walt Disney is listening right now? Okay, what if Mickey Mouse is tuning in?
Hey guys, it's Mickey Mouse.
Wow, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Well, that will be Harry Russell for any impending lawsuits. That's HARRYRUSS. And of course, there's a double L after the E.
Kind of spelt it backwards there, but we get the gist. Fast out mid is Tabson with a flash, dropping the bomb, but with only pistols, Alu has free reign over the middle, and he doubles up. Nice little sneak into lower for Searson, catches a good timing when no one looks, but Dota's got his eyes on it, and let's see if Yampy is aware from inner B. Yes, he is. Tizian with another, but it's still a 2-on-4, or 2-on-3 rather, with no weapons, and ENCE have no reason to move. They can keep holding on. Alu looks away. Keto takes down Sergey, and Alu's getting hounded down from the top of mid as Yampy comes out lower. They know about him as well. They need to pick a target, and they need to pick one now, because Alu trading. Keto needs to look back, and Yampy is there right as he needs to be. Felt like miscommunication or a misread from Keto, thinking Yampy would double back, but he went all the way through lower after killing Searson. And that's an eco that Big really wish they won, because it was in the palm of their hand. Some great pistol shots, but just longed out by ENCE. 14-10, trying to take us to 3.
Yeah, Keto really a saving grace here for Big, who otherwise... Well, they're having a rough go at it. Double ops in this round. Keto and Searson going to try their luck. Got to put a stop to ENCE, and they've got to do it now.
Keto done in the AWP, and he's going to best them both in mid. Man, everyone's laughing till Keto pick up the AWP. That's where things get a little more scary now. Searson barely even had to say his name outside of when he's been dying, which is unfortunate, because he's often so successful in this team for Big. Keto's taking matters into his own hands now. They want a strong AWPing presence. And he's eyeing up top mid, still holding on. He does have support from Searson in the connector as well. They're going to run boost Alu across. Keto sees it, but misses the flick. And now Searson's like, well, this is it. My time to shine, baby. There it is. Alu out of the round, and the follow-up onto Sunny as well. The double AWP comes alive for Big, as it's all AWPs getting all the kills. 11 on the board, and they've still got some fight left in them yet.
Where did that come from? Some great flashes and even better shots by both Keto and Searson. And that's ENCE just feeding the beasts in mid, trying to get those AWPs out of the hand of Big, and it does not work well. Both wallbang headshots for Searson as well. That's just ridiculous. Oh, that flash pushes Alu off. He might have had Tabson on the cross. Instead, the info's not there for ENCE as they line up a quick execute. Keto's here. He's in your nightmares. He's everywhere he needs to be. And with that Molotov as well, that's going to bail for ENCE. They threw a full execute, and they're not doing it. They're a man down. They know they don't want to walk into the dude with 33 kills. And so they double back and do it later instead. Still another smoke to throw in. And regaining lost ground behind them, checking for the spawn flank. Will it be A? Certainly looks that way. They know no one's pushed. Big have a man up, and pressure's on them right now, so they're just going to hang on. Keto is still here, however, and Tabson never spotted, never moved, and rarely wavering.
Is there anything that Keto cannot do? The nade gonna find a bit of damage in the afterlife for Tabson. Keto in with 3. Can he give us an ace? Because he's 1 away from it, and it's just Alu that stands in his way. Alu in with the repeat, and of course it's Searson with the steal. Now he couldn't possibly have Keto picking up the AWP and doing better than he is now, could he?
Well,
36.
36.
Yeah, over triple his kills.
That's unreal, man.
This is regulation. He's smashing records soon if he keeps it up.
9 kills, right? Hang on. What is he on? 36? No.
36.
11 kills in that case.
Yes, but
Math now.
doable, but you know ENCE are going to try and avoid him now, right? Like, surely they're going B. They got
Come
another
on,
buy.
Keto.
Yeah, let's see what he got. Searson, I mean, you know, he may steal the ace. I'm just glad he's getting on the board. This double up has been dominant for Big. The solution. Keto, Sat and CT on the A site, leaving him alone as an anchor player now.
A delayed underpass here for ENCE. Alu creeping up. Tabson hears that op go off. He's poached up in the window. Perched even.
Could be poached.
Could be poached.
Depends how endangered he is. Maybe they could sell his tusks somewhere.
All right.
Wow. Harry, thoughts?
I was going more down like he might end, you know, sunny side up route, right? Like, or maybe he'll get scrambled, but no. Instead,
Nice.
what about D Horden, the man in mid? Searson holding on for the repeak from Alu.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Get out. You're a
spooky
battle.
Alu.
Yeah.
And they are 5v4, you're bang on, right? So Searson's like, I don't need to throw down my life here. We can just play the trade game.
Back to A. Keto's there, by the way. And even with a B lurker, Doto has to sell this fake with his utility going through. Even if he gets a pick, Tizian will never be expected in this position at such a late point in the round. 20 seconds. They're running out ramp. Here is Keto looking to break records, looking to break ENCE. Molotov into the spawn. Yampy has the sight. Bonplan can come in. Keto stands in the molly. He's got to get out. Yampy's hunting him down. Keto with the repeat. The nade is good. Yampy is better. And a quick shot has brought ENCE a 4-on-4. He will be picked up by Searson on the retake. And this late lurk from Doto denied by Tabson at the bottom of mid. That still means Big is in this yet again. A 4-on-2 with kits. What?
Oh, what is that? Zantares, hello? It's all left on to Sergey, and Zantares comes in with a double.
What a shot. Can we see that again?
Yeah, he spams Alu out. That is unreal. And like, what a way to do right by Keto, who's been pouring his heart and soul into this map, right? The rest of the gang have been pretty underwhelming thus far, and he falls early in that round there. Well, how fitting is it that Searson on that double orb picks up 2, Zantares with a double of his own on the rotate. They do right by Keto, and they do all right by themselves as well. Another round to keep Big in this one. 13-14 now, and the money gone for ENCE. They've got a hero AK on Sunny, armor, Tech 9s for the rest of the gang. What are they going to do with it?
This feels like the reverse of Nuke, right? Big up, huge. ENCE pulling a comeback. Big close it. Could this be ENCE dropping the ball at the final hurdle? Searson with a shot in mid. He's getting a lot better on this hop. He's warming into things on the CT side, and supported by his cast of Keto certainly helps. Searson, though, ooh, has to trade. He's missed his shot, but he follows up, keeping this round alive for Big. If that was another kill for Yampy, 2 guns available and the A site open. Now it's just a question mark. Keto looks into middle from the ticket position, but he's got a lot to watch on A. ENCE have brought the bomb back to top mid as they try and grab these guns. Lost in connector. Keto's got all of this though, and they might just walk right into the Cyclops.
Oh, they try to fake flash it. Keto ain't falling for your silly games, Doto. Alu left alive, spotted by Keto, tagged, and there it is, Zantares to steal it.
And now it does look a little bit more hard to get that record broken. English.
Yeah, you know,
Impossible.
If he aced both of these remaining rounds, he would be on par.
All right, no challenge. Easy for Keto.
Easy for Keto. So Big, gonna play CT spawn, give him the respect.
Keto is actually playing CT spawn. He's throwing the top mid smoke though. A big and an aggro mid. That's a big call to make in round number 29, but they're up for the task. Alu with a nade on no armor gets tagged. Zantares is blind in the connector, and Sunny with the opener. Big's mid control gets sliced and diced apart. Keto might have to ace after all.
And he's getting pressured fast, man. They're already up the stairs. Tabson holding on, though. Tabson with the through the smoke. He deletes them, and it's all left onto Alu. Tabson, the savior, had a very, very quiet game. And just then, when they needed someone to step up, Tabson is that man. And now Alu all alone. Never mind the ace for Keto. It might be the ace for Tabson if he has his way. Alu goes through,
Yoink.
and this time it's Keto to steal it.
You just take the round there if you're big. You just take the round and you run with it. 4 through the smoke as they file through. Oh my. The lineup at the end for Tabson doesn't get much better than that. What a round. That was ENCE with the advantage. 5-on-3 leading into that A site. That was just perfect for them. And Tabson, he might have just won this entire series for big. He might have just knocked ENCE out of the tournament. Torres making the catch jump to make control again. He's flashed off this time, and Yampi's getting closer, but Searson has the cover. Oh no, not like this for ENCE. 4-on-5, splitting into A. Doto low and dead to the nade. It's down to the Palace and Ramp players who do find a pick on the wide swung Keto, but Tabson has dropped the bomb as it tumbles into the site, and he might be here to clean it all up. Alu alone to keep the tournament lifeline alive for ENCE, and it all just feels too bittersweet. Too inevitable. Big 1 kill away from facing NIP in that next matchup and keeping it going. Alu's on 30 kills. He's got a bomb on the site, could plant, but Big have so many nades to dunk him.
Oh, he goes up, and with that, ENCE go out. That's it, their tournament run drawing to an end. Big, they carry on fighting as they dish up one hell of a comeback. Keto and company managed to lock in the victory 2-0, and they keep fighting, going on to face NIP later on.